We're going to learn how to graph an exponential regression on your calculator. It's exactly the same as using or doing the linear regression. It's really just one different step. So if you look at your worksheet, it looks like that table has data about the population of California over the years. So before we start, let's go ahead and reset your calculator. Second, let me turn the key press history on. Second, plus sign. Number 7 for reset, number 1 for all RAM, number 2 for yes, I want to reset my calculator. So to enter this list, I'm going to go to Stat and Edit, press Enter or number 1, and I'm going to enter the X values in. Now notice that we're not entering in the years, 1890, 1910, 1930. We're entering in the years since 1890. So our first X value is going to be 0. And then you can go ahead and enter in the rest of these X values. Then go over to the next list, list 2, to enter your Y values. All right, so once you have your list entered, you're going to make sure that your stat plot is on since we reset our calculator. So second y equals takes us to the stat plot. Press enter and then make sure you press enter again so that the on is highlighted and stays highlighted. So once that's on, we can press zoom 9 and you'll see your graph. Of course, you can always adjust the window by pressing the window button. Adjust your X-min, X-max, Y-min, Y-max if you want, but usually zoom 9 will give you a good picture of your data. Now, if we look at this data, we notice that it is not linear. So that's how we know that we're not going to do a linear regression. We're going to do an exponential regression instead. So before we do our regression, remember we reset our calculator, so we need to turn our diagnostics on. If you press mode and then the up arrow, until you get to stat diagnostics, then over till it says on and press enter. That'll turn it on. Another way to do it would go to second, press the 0 for catalog, go down to letter D and press enter twice, remember, to turn those diagnostics on. So D till you get to diagnostics, and then press enter twice. So 2 ways to turn your diagnostics on. Remember, it has to say done. So now we're going to do our exponential regression. So just like before, stat over to calculate. Now instead of choosing number 4, the linear regression, we're going to choose number, if you scroll down, 0, which says exponential regression. So choose 0 for an exponential regression. List 1, list 2 is standard. Go ahead and store your regression equation into y equals. So remember to do that. We do vars over to y vars, number 1 for a function, number 1 for y1, and then press enter to calculate. And there is our exponential regression. So just like before, it gives you the format. A, remember, is your start, so 1.32 is our start. B is our common ratio, so 1.033. And then we have our residual again. So 0.99, just like before, is very close to +1, which means that we have a strong positive correlation. If you want to look at your graph, go to zoom 9, and you'll see that your line of best fit is graphed on the line. All of those points are very close to the line, which again tells us that it was a strong positive correlation.